Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we pretty much are residential real estate only. From a business standpoint, I would say it's more the DSCR loan that we were kind of talking about. So, someone that wants to buy in DSCR, there's a lot of acronyms in the mortgage industry, but DSCR is debt service coverage ratio. And basically, what that means is it's more like traditional business lending where you're making sure that the rents cover the mortgage payment, if you will. The rents cover the payment, or at least 75% of it. And as long as that's the case, real estate agents, my real estate partners, other mortgage lenders, really anyone from all walks of life can purchase investment properties with an unlimited amount of properties. And you could do it with as little as 20% down.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is a lender in the greater DC area. Please welcome Rob Ross. Rob, welcome to the show.
Hey, Dylan, thanks for having me. Excited to catch up with you today.
Yeah, it's great to have you on here, Rob. I always like to start off at the top of these shows really by asking guests how they got into the real estate space.
Yeah, that's a good starter question too. And I'll keep it quick for you. So, finance major in college. If you can see in the background, I'm a West Virginia mountaineer. So I live as you mentioned, I'm in the DMV area, the greater DC area now, but moved here about 26 years ago after graduating with a finance degree from West Virginia, and just kind of had a passion for finance in general. Wasn't sure what I wanted to get into. My family member and brother-in-law was already in the mortgage industry in the DC area, and kind of came down here and actually worked construction for about 9 months because I didn't want to go work with family. I thought I'd do something different. And about 9 months in, I realized that it would be a pretty fun gig to work for family and learn from one of the best out there in the nation. So yeah, got into it about 24 years ago, and honestly haven't looked back. It's been a blessing to be in this industry and be able to help people on a daily basis. Every day's different. Every day's different, which is what makes it nice.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
You know, you mentioned working with family. This is interesting for me because I've had so many different guests across really every asset class and deal type in the real estate space. And sometimes people have a connection, whether it's friends or family. Other times people are on the outside looking in. They have no ties into real estate or lending. And so they may feel like, well, how do I get in? But you get so many in both areas. Growing up, Rob, did you feel like, hey, I'm definitely going to be involved in the real estate space? I've got family involved. Or was it almost the opposite of that?
I would tell you growing up, I knew I wanted to be in something that was that I wasn't clocking in 9 to 5. And nothing against the folks that do that. It's sales is not for everybody, but I love the idea that I could do something that if I wanted to work a little harder or a little longer or put hours in on the weekend, the more effort I put in, you could get more rewards out of it. And I'm not just saying financial rewards, right? Of course, if you work harder and close more deals, you can make a little more money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just the reward of feeling like I could build something and take ownership of it as my own team within the company, and create something successful from scratch. So I love that idea. The other avenue that I was really debating in college was the insurance industry. So very similar.
Sure.
So I was debating getting into some sort of property and casualty insurance maybe. But I chose the mortgage route, and here I am. So
Is family or was family or extended family involved in mortgages? Were they on the realty side, or was it a mix of everything?
they were involved in mortgages. My brother-in-law, who I work for and is the CEO of our company, is 10 years my senior. So, and I'm in my late 40s, I'll give you that much. But he's 10 years older. So yeah, as I was going through college, in high school, I had family that was in the mortgage industry. So it did become an interest to me, just seeing that you're helping give large sums of money to people for the American dream to buy their
Yeah.
home. I'm like, this is satisfying to me. Where people are so excited to buy their house, and I can be a part of that, and then I could work hard and make money from doing that. So, as a college student, it seemed like a natural fit, and I kind of hate the terms people person, but I do love people, and I love talking to people. So it
It's a
felt like
talent.
it
I
can it
agree
can
with you.
be. It can be. Yeah.
It's distilling it down, maybe oversimplifying it to the point of absurdity on some level to call it just a people's person, because there's so much that goes into that. You could have quote unquote a non-people's person who says the exact same thing in more or less the same presentation, and then someone else who is a quote unquote people's person. So and it's totally different results. So to me, it's an oversimplification to say that, oh well, this is a people's person. There's a lot that goes into that. I do want to ask you about getting into the mortgage space, really, because a lot of our audience may be thinking about getting in, or they may be in already, and they may be having to make a pivot in their business. What year did you get in, or what years did you get in? What was the market like back then? How did things change over time?
Yeah. So the quick answer is I got in 2001. So right out of college, I joined the mortgage industry, and have been, like I said, been doing it ever since. And the interesting part is, in my 24 years, I've seen everything that has happened within an 80-year market, right? Between the crash of 2008, between honestly 9/11, between what we've recently seen with COVID in 2020 through 2022, right? So I've seen some of the uh, more devastating events that could happen from a financial crisis standpoint.
Sure.
And we've rode that roller coaster throughout the whole thing, right? And
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
what I've realized is patience is the key. History has a tendency to repeat itself, and I have seen 5 different refinance booms or cycles, if you will, throughout that 24-year period, where interest rates spike up for a few years and then drop back down. So from a mortgage perspective, it does create a form of an annuity, because you can go back to your past clients and help them take their rate from 7 to 6% or 7 to 5% or whatever it is, and you can save them some money. So a refinance is a little bit of an annuity to a mortgage lender, much like a repeat client to a real estate agent that wants to buy a second home or an investment property. So, um, but from what I have witnessed, I've witnessed the best of times, I've witnessed the worst of times. But what I've realized is just being there and being consistent and putting yourself out there and staying in front of people, has been the key to that. I was a very early Facebook adopter, even hesitant to do that. I was a very early Facebook adopter, and I used that primarily as a platform to stay in front of people via video. And I think some people say they don't like video or they don't like doing video. I say if you can laugh at yourself and not take yourself too serious,
Get on
then
it.
you're going to do just fine on video. And some people will say if you post too much, you might annoy someone. And I'm looking at it like this: if I keep 8 of the 10 people that watch my videos happy or entertained, and 2 other people don't like it, I can't necessarily help those 2 people, but I can help the 8 people. So it's a numbers game, and I'd like to say everyone's pleased with it, but that's kind of how I stay in front of folks these days,
Yeah.
because it's hard to be 10 places at once, right? It's hard to be everywhere at once.
I want to ask you about the business purpose loan space. We were talking before the podcast here, really about how there's more people getting into this space now. You're involved in bridge loans. It sounds like ground up construction as well. How long have you been involved in that space? And then also, what's it like, pivoting perhaps from another part of lending into, the business purpose loan space?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we pretty much are residential real estate only. From a business standpoint, I would say it's more the DSCR loan that we were kind of talking about. So someone that wants to buy, in DSCR, there's a lot of acronyms in the mortgage industry, but DSCR is debt service coverage ratio. And basically what that means is it's more like traditional business lending, where you're making sure that the rents cover the mortgage payment, if you will. The rents cover the payment, or at least 75% of it. And as long as that's the case, real estate agents, my real estate partners, other mortgage lenders, really anyone from all walks of life can purchase investment properties with an unlimited amount of properties. And you could do it with as little as 20% down, because it is an investment property. But I've had people build portfolios of 20, 30 homes through DSCR loans. And I haven't helped them with every one of those, but I've had people that have that many homes and can continue to add and build these properties and build this real estate portfolio, just based on cash flow. And in some of those, they might be selling a property. So we can do a bridge loan, as you mentioned, and take cash out of one home to where they can use it as a down payment to purchase their next home before selling the other home. So, that's very important. The other
Yeah.
thing we do that you mentioned that's kind of a niche product is construction lending. And that is someone that wants to buy a piece of land and build a single family home. It's also someone that might want to buy an existing home kind of in an older community and tear down the Rambler and then build the mega mansion on top of it, or whatever they want to build for that matter. So
Right.
I'm going to tell you,
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
1 out of 10 lenders participates in bridge loans, construction loans, or non-QM DSCR type loans. So it is a niche of ours. We do all the plain vanilla stuff really well, and that's our bread and butter. But to be able to separate ourselves as a lender and do some stuff that other folks can't is really important. So
I want to ask you about, being able to be in a lot of ways one-stop shopping, because if someone wants to do ground up construction, they can come to you. If they want to do a bridge loan, I've also, this is new to me, this idea of being able to use a bridge loan to buy a property for yourself. I've heard of bridge loans in this sense where an investor gets a little bit overextended and they had an exit strategy. Maybe it was a fix and flip, and now they have to pivot into some other type of exit. And so they're using bridge loans in that way as kind of a band-aid. But it's new to me that people are using this as a way to buy a second property. Can you break that down a little bit in greater detail?
Yeah. So if someone's going to use a bridge loan against an existing home, their intention is one of two things on that existing home. It's to either sell that home within 6 months or pay it off. Maybe they've sold a business or have a commission check coming or something. So they have other means to pay off that bridge loan. So it's someone that says, I want to buy a new primary residence, or I want to buy a second home in a lakefront area, or I want to buy an investment property as a rental property, right? And I mean, in some cases, maybe they need a bridge because they want to do a fix and flip, like you said, and use that money to fix up a home. Technically, all we're concerned with is we're going to give you the bridge loan against your existing home that you have some equity in, and you're going to sign something at closing saying you're going to pay us that back in 6 months. We do a one-time extension, so some of those bridge loans can go up to 12 months. So somewhere between 6 and 12 months, our clients have the flexibility to have access to these funds. Think of it as a home equity line.
Yeah.
And they're able to go do what they want to do with this. And within that 6 or 12-month time period, they're just going to simply pay us back, whether that's selling the home, paying it off, refinancing it again, whatever they want to do. But it is nice when someone needs that instant, quick. And when I say instant, we can close those in somewhere between 10 to 20 days, so pretty quickly. And it's giving them that access to that equity that they need to do another project, whatever that is.
There's so many different thoughts that I have and questions. We are coming up on time here, though, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm curious, before we wrap here, how often is it that you have folks who may be very traditional and they understand that, hey, Rob is involved in also these types of loans and products. I might be able to go from being strictly, a residential buyer to I can do an investment because I've already dealt with Rob before. I've dealt with his company. I feel comfortable going back to them to try something new.
That's a great question. I love that question. And I'm going to tell you it's more so now than ever in my career. As I've done this 24 years, you build a past client database, you build a following, and we have a very good CRM system and we're good at staying in touch with our folks, but it's education, right? My job at the end of the day is what we're doing here too. My job is to educate people, whether it's real estate agents, consumers, whoever it is. My job is to educate people on what we do, what I do, and how that's going to help them build wealth, right? Because real estate is wealth in most cases. So how can we help you build wealth, even generational wealth for your family? And how do we do that with leverage? PM, another acronym, which you know what that means. It means other people's money, right? And how can you use this to purchase other real estate or to purchase other homes? So I'm going to tell you right now, it's easily 35% of my team's business are repeat clients coming back that need construction loans, bridge loans, some sort of non-QM financing. So to me, it's a pretty high percentage of our business right now. I think over the next 5 years, that's going to build closer to 50%.
If you would have said, 5%, I'm thinking, well, that's a high number. 30% seems huge. That's like, okay, we have a good shot of everybody who comes through our door may do some type of investment product with us at a future date. We are coming up on time here, though, Rob. Where can folks go to reach out to you? And then also, which areas are you active in?
Yeah, thanks for that, and really enjoyed talking with you. So, like I said, I'm personally located in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. The DMV is where I'm physically located. But to find out more about myself and my team and the company, we have a fun website. You go to superlendingteam.com, and that is all together. So superlendingteam.com. And you will find all my contact information there. You will find my Facebook. Hit me up at Rob Ross on Facebook, and we could connect. We could set a phone call individually. We could set a Zoom meeting, and I'm here to help educate anyone. And that's what I stressed earlier. It's education. This podcast is fun for me getting to know you, and maybe we can do part 2 in the future.
thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.